Greetings, sovereigns, peace, everyone. It is midday. Peace, just welcome into the space, everyone. We It is Ramadan, so I want to wish everyone a Ramadan Kareem, and I'm grateful to be in the space and just share space with everyone. It's peace, peace, Ima Precious. Greetings. If you said you can hear me loud and clear. All right, good, good, good. All right, give thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Um, so I wanted to just share quickly with everyone that this is our first day of welcoming in Ramadan, the season of Ramadan. So Ramadan Kareem to you all. Um, I think that when we think about keep adjusting my camera just a little bit constantly. Don't worry about me. Trying to get a good spot. Um, yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge there's so many things we could talk about, but just I just wanted to acknowledge that this I feel like I got up this morning and it was like exciting. All right, I think I went to rest last night excited as well too, just looking forward to the expectations, right? This journey for the next month will be filled with opportunities for us to grow, right? For us to reform, right? And so I couldn't help but thinking the three R's: Ramadan, routine, reformation. Ramadan, routine, reformation. Ramadan, routine, reformation. So, when I think about just having thoughtful routines, right? Ritual incorporated in our days. And, this is directly connected to some of what I spoke about on our last Sovereign Sunday, which was, like around the idea of sleep and rest. So if we're resting and we're incorporating restful routines and routines that incorporate or include relaxation and opportunities to rejuvenate. I don't know what's going on. All the R's coming out today. But it gives us an opportunity to tap into some strength, right? And our source, or the true source of our strength, actually. So I just wanted to come on and just give a quick, won't be long, just give a quick shout out to everyone who is new, who is joining new on this seasonal journey that is Ramadan, and this opportunity to engage in intermittent fasting, engage in sacrifice, engage in routine, thoughtful routines, right? And really focus on placing the words of Anu internally. So, right, and living them and functioning through them consistently. So, I charge everyone in the space to, really reflect on routines and what those look like for you and how you can place routines um, at the forefront of what you do to give you an opportunity to open up the door to reformation, open up the door to change. Because I know when I set something in place and I'm thoughtful about a pattern or creating a pattern for myself, and when I say a pattern, I mean down to the time schedule, it really does give me an opportunity to open up. I realize that I see so much more time opening up for myself when routines are in place and they're um, I consistently work with them. I find that there are times when I'm more creative and more focused. And so you are going to find that you can capitalize a lot on that during this time. So the focus for me and just what I wanted to share was just that this is an exciting season, and it's about the sacrifice and our walk that will bring us to a personal place of discipline. a personal place of discipline. I think later on this evening, I want to do another quick live because there's some things I want to talk about, but I will not. I feel like if I do it now, I'm going to almost put some of us in a place where we have to think about certain things that I don't want to say engage with right now. So later on this evening, I am going to come on. So look out if you have the time. It will be good if you could join. There are a couple things I do want to share just around our routines that can be supportive. But I will wait until we break fast this evening to talk about that. But this fast is not just about that personal discipline or the sacrifice. It's also about that integrity, right? I have to have a natural love for being Anu, a natural love for the culture that I've chosen, a natural love for wanting to be more, right? And do more. And so, yeah, this is an opportunity to kind of trailblaze, so to speak, for your own journey, right? Because you may find yourself challenging, you may find yourself creating a challenge or challenges that are new, right? New things that you probably have never accomplished before. And so, with that, I want to say you're not alone. You're on this journey together. Yes, you, Sister Manira. Yes, you, Sister Naya. Yes, you, Ima Precious. Yes, you, Ima Akuya. And I think I see Sister Deidre Sully in the space as well too. You as well. Like we're not alone on that journey, and we're all functioning from that space where we're gonna use Anu as our anchor, and we're gonna continue to plow through what we know are challenges for us. But those challenges are definitely going to give us an opportunity to grow and to expand on who we are and to extend and reach to hold on to the crown, right? Or crown head or celestial head, right? So with that, I wanted to share a couple things though. When we think about just creating routines, I actually so last night I sat down and I was thinking about how many different things that I have written down but have not really put into place sometimes, or put into play or utilize. And so I think sometimes we tend to write things down and put them to the side, or we hide them. So for me, for the next couple of days, a lot of the things that I have written down that I want to incorporate into my routine, I am placing them in visible places, right? Where I can see them consistently and use that consistent visual to jog my memory. I want it to work like a cueing system for me. So that it will help me to stick to routine, so that it will help me to stay on point. All right. And those are some of the things that you can do as well too, if you know you have things written down. And I like writing things down using my, what do I use, Google Docs a lot. But sometimes it gets lost because it holds so much. This thing holds so much, but when you put it down, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. At least that's for me. So having it written up, or creating an actual visual calendar and writing down some of my goals, writing down the challenges that I have, and placing them on a calendar where it's visible for me is critical. That's important for me to do. So I wanted to, before I wrap up, just I wanted to ask if there were any shares or stories that you wanted to um, share in the chat with us. If you want, I could actually send the link to you, any one of you right now, if you want to come on. But I know some of us have had experience with our Ramadan fasting from last year, 2020. And so, like I felt like it would be a good opportunity for you to share some of the accomplishments maybe that you had from last year, and some challenges that you experienced last year, that you'd probably want to work through this year. I know one of those challenges for me was actually working out and exercising consistently while, feeling maybe, thirst and so on. But making sure that I keep in mind that maybe it is not so much that I am thirsty, but it is my mind. And I can actually power through just using my mental capacity, just using willpower too. So I know for me, it's that consistency when it comes to maintaining movement that is thoughtful and it is a routine. Because I think, again, it's that consistency where you're doing this particular thing every day opens us up for that reformation, that ability to change, right? Or to shift things. So that's all I wanted to share with you all today. I I wanted to also I took out a bottle of elderberry. This is just a side note. I took out a bottle of elderberry that I I started making a decoction with. And so I think Thursdays will become my little show and tell day, or I don't know how to say it, but a little um, observe what I did. So I'm going to pull out the bottle and probably share what it looks like and how it smells. Of course, I can't taste it until, but it would be good for you to see how you too can create and utilize this time during Ramadan to increase your skills in creating um, all sorts of different items. So I that's all I wanted to share with you all. I do see a few new comments. Ema Precious shared. Thank you. Ema Precious says that last year was her first time, and the biggest challenge was ensuring I had spiritual food on hand at all times. LOL. I know what that LOL means. All times. What? So when you say spiritual food on hand at all times, I understand what you mean when you identify spiritual food. But what we all use as spiritual food may be different. When you say you have it on hand at all times, how did that look? What did that look like for you? What did that look like for you? And I ask because I'm known to carry a bag, a little bag everywhere I go. And I will always have my iPad with me, but I'll make sure to carry sometimes my Anue with me, always. And I always have a journal or something that I can write in. But that's my walk. And that's something that I utilize. But what did it look like for you to have spiritual food on hand at all times? What did you pull on for your as your spiritual food, right? And I know sometimes too, even going into a dura, or what is, like most of us know as prayer, is also extremely helpful, very powerful, because then you realize you're not the source of the power. Then you realize it's not you, right? You think it's you, but it's not you. So when we really like shift into because we're vehicles, right? So let's work with that. Like when we shift into that mode where, yeah, we have challenges, but when we're challenged, we identify that we're going to use this particular thing as a tool to pull us through. That's critical. Yes. So Ima Precious says yes. Digital tools are no way. Journal, Bible verses, spaces in life to sit and meditate. Thank you. And knowing, like that's the routine. That's the routine, because when you can pull on that consistently, the digital Anu way, the journal, the biblical verses, spaces identified, right? Then it becomes so easy when that pull comes, or that challenge comes, or the monkey mind starts chattering, or the mental meandering start to flow like a river. you know you have a couple of tools in your basket, right? Well, I say basket. Maybe you have a handbag. I don't know. But you could pull out those and you could immediately use them. And this is a powerful tool because we have the Anue digital in digital form. There are even some Mind Heart Words is also very powerful. And there's another one, 14 Keys is on audio as well. So you can submerge yourself into spiritual food, submerge yourself into attaining knowledge and utilizing, right? Not just taking it in and being, you know, just uh, a hoarder of knowledge, but actually utilizing it. I also like that Ema Precious said identifying spaces to sit and meditate. You know, you have to know what works for you. Some people can actually sit in some people can actually just sit in the middle of the market, so to speak. And I say the market, equating the market to somewhat of a noisy, chaotic environment. Um, and that could be equivalent to a business place or so, and they can breathe and go into trance, go into meditation. All right, so that's something that you may want to think about. um what are the best places for you? Maybe you can't focus that well if it's too noisy, so you have to, and you maybe you work and you're working outside and it's not remote. You have to have a go-to spot that you can walk away to, and that can be that can offer you solace. All right, maybe it's just standing in the sun. I find that the sun recharges me. And if I am challenged, many times I can sit in the sun, and the heat of the sun allows me to realize that there are many things that the creator has made that is larger and bigger than I am, including the things that I say are my challenges. So when you can see sometimes that there are other things in this experience that are larger and greater than you are, it helps to humble, right? It helps to humble us. All right. Peace to you all. It's almost 1 o'clock. So for those of you who are working and are heading back, this is probably your break is over. This is probably a time to head back and jump back into your creative space, your productive space. Um, Thank you for joining me. Pull on a biblical verse before you go. Maybe I'll share a piece from the Anue with you that I pulled on today just to talk about and bring us to a space where we acknowledge routine and reformation. It is every thoughtful routine which becomes a life giving ritual is an ingredient within the formulation of reformation. That's a piece from the conduct section in the Anu Way. So, again, before you walk back into your workspace or jump back in to your routines for the day, um, I just want to ask you to pull on a verse as Ema Precious gave us. Find a spot that is helpful for you and use it. Use your tools. Peace and power, everyone. Peace, Ema Precious. Thank you. Thank you.